Hello and welcome back to our channel with a Certified Sniper Shooting Academy, where we train young men and women the mechanics of how to properly shoot the basketball, how to create unlimited range from an early age. We focus mainly on the specifics of what it takes with the feel, form, follow through, and the finish on their shot. How to take it from practicing to game day snipership. There are different levels of shooting. You have the elite level, you have the sharpshooter level, and then you have the certified sniper level. Here at the Sniper Academy, one of the things that we do is we take from square one at the front of the rim, teaching them the proper mechanics of what they need to do in order to become a great shooter. Because everyone in basketball can shoot the basketball, but not everyone in basketball is a shooter. And our goal at the Certified Sniper Academy is to give them the confidence that they need in order to become one of the best shooters in any gym that they desire. We take them from the middle school age, because that's where their cognizant thinking will be able to really maximize their potential in doing so. So as we getting ready to look at DJ going into game film, you will see his mechanics. Starting from long range, that's college range shot, catch and shoot, knockdown shot. As he's getting ready to come off of a pick, knockdown shot from the corner. Now we also teach him how to shoot off the dribble. The one dribble pull-up is very, very important. To be able to take a jab step move on a catch and shoot is a vital part of any team's offense. If they can shoot off the dribble from deep, that's a major plus. But the key is to have the ability to have unlimited range, which opens up the floor for any offense. Now here he's in the 7th grade, 12 years old, and he's one of the best shooters in the gym. Just turned 13, and if you look right here, he's shooting from NBA range, and the arc on the ball is almost impeccable. Go with us as we go through one of his training sessions as we do on a daily basis. He trains every day, 7 days a week, no excuses. Now, the training is not necessarily in the gym. He does have gym training. He also has some mechanical stuff that he does in inclement weather and days that he is off to make it simple and easy for him. Right here, what we're doing is he start off a workout just doing just a little bit of cardio, getting close to the rim. Say, what does this have to do with shooting? Our goal is we're training him now is for him to just get used to and get excited about watching that ball go through that rim thousands of times. It's done in a repetitive series, because I believe that if they can do it over and over and over and over again, their muscle memory and their abilities to just react will be even better for them in basketball. Right now we're just working on reaction drills. In middle school, if you look at most middle school teams, they miss between 25 and 30 layups per game. Most people don't pay attention to it because they're usually miss 1 foot from the basket. I call them 1-footers, either pick putbacks or layups off balance. So what we're doing here is he's using his left hand and his right hand. At this particular time, he's just working on stop and go, hesitation, just being able to take out. Once you get the ball in your hand, your body should react exactly what you want to do. So what we do here is we just allow him to have the freedom and flexibility to just react. And in a minute, I'll give him I'll make it a little bit more complicated. I'll add another variable to it. But the whole concept is for him to get used to just putting that ball in that basket. Now, mind you, he's one of the best shooters at 13. But this part of the workout is kind of makes it easier for them. Because again, we start at the front of the rim, and it's all about confidence. Shooting is all about confidence. Confidence in seeing that ball go through that rim. Confidence in knowing that you can count on your mechanics. Okay, right here we're just working at a figure 8 route. So as he stop and start, because as a shooter, and you will see a little bit later, because he shoot the ball so well, they're going to have someone in his chest. They're going to do what they call the boxing one. They do it a lot. So what we're doing now is we're looking at his cardio workout, kind of like what Steph Curry does. They know Steph can shoot, so somebody's on him at all times. So if you notice Steph, now he just run routes. Start, stop, hesitate, set a pick, come off the pick. He ends up with more layups than you could ever even imagine. Just watch his game. I know the 3-point shot and the long range bombs, that's entertaining. But if you look at his ability to start and stop and get that ball and put that quick layup, that quick floater in, that's where his bread and butter is. Then once that player has to back up, he do what he's gifted to do, and that's to shoot the basketball. Because again, what we did from DJ, we shared in our last video, is he desired at the very beginning to become a shooter. So myself being a shooting coach, I did some research. I did a lot of studying and a lot of detailed and deliberate studying, and found out the cheat code and mechanics to how to teach a young person exactly what they need to do in a 24-month span. After their 24 months, they begin to understand their value. Once they understand their value as a shooter because of their deliberate practice and their hard work and thousands and thousands of repetitions, DJ averages about 300 shots a day, 250 makes. That's about 10,000 shots every 35 days. It's about 120,000 shots a year. Now imagine having 100,000 shots going through that net. This is not including games, practices, pickup, playing with friends. Now that's not included. This is what he's committed to working on every single day. This workout today was about an hour and a half, but what I did with this video is this video is for him. This video is only the makes from the workout. So when you get about 200 makes in a workout and you've taken about 300 shots, okay, that's 66% of your shots going in. That's high premium level shooting. And right now he's just working on his footwork. He's not even thinking. He's working on the footwork. He don't understand the cardio is at the same time because he can stop and start like a basketball game. Basketball game is the game of stops and starts. Now we'll implement and bring in his floater, because the floater is important. He won't be able to go all the way to the basket. But remember, you already know the mechanics of shooting. So a floater to me is just a short version of a jump shot. So there's no thinking differently. It's just basically use your exact same mechanics for your field, form, and your follow through. All you're going to do now is you're just going to take some of the velocity off of your ball. And we have ways and different little techniques we use to practice without a basketball goal, so that way it takes the pressure off. See, many young people, they don't understand this methodology, because when I'm working with, and we're working with young athletes for the first 30 days, there's not a basketball goal. We strictly mechanics, because if you put a basketball goal in front of a young person, the pressure to make the basket gonna outweigh their abilities to focus on their deliberate mechanics. So by us doing these little secrets that we have, that we use at the Sniper Academy to help them where they can fully focus on what we need them to do as far as their form and mechanics, then when we put the goal with them in 30 days, they see phenomenal results from the very beginning. Because the cheat code is understanding that when, as a shooter, we're not thinking basketball. We're thinking mechanics. Shooting has nothing to do with basketball. It has to do with your ability to mechanically get that ball to follow your finger into that basket no matter what. And we work with them on a little acronym that we have, that we give to them, that they can use to help their mental capacity get laser focused on how to shoot the basketball. Now if you watch DJ right now, he's doing free throws. At the free throw line, everything is about patience and pace. He has a ritual that he goes to. He's a 3 dribble shooter at the free throw line. But watch the way that he dribbles the ball. Watch the way that he releases the ball. It's all in rhythm. So all his body mechanics has to do is respond to his rhythm. His routine is the same. Now after he hits some free throws, what we do now, we just work with him on dribble pull-ups. This is his bread and butter. He loves shooting the basketball. See, once they understand the cheat code to shooting, and that ball start going in at their will, guess what happens? They fall in love with the ball going into the basket. Once they fall in love with going to the basket, then now he's to the point where he has 14 spots on the floor that he can shoot from at any time. And remember, he's just 13 years old. Our goal is for him to have a role and a responsibility on any team he plays on. Right now he does pick up with adults and college students. And it's amazing to watch him get out there and play, because basically all he has to do is shoot the ball and play defense. He's learning other things because he's a great ball handler. He's a great passer. But for him to have the confidence knowing that if I get to a spot and you get me the ball, oh, it's knocked down. And now he can pump fake and come off the dribble, and he can take somebody off the dribble, so his confidence is through the roof. But it all starts with what we're doing right now. Now he's just doing catch and shoot pull-ups in the mid-range. This is where we start. You'll see me, I'll do some instructions, because what I'm looking at, I'm not looking at the ball necessarily going into the rim. I'm watching his feel and his form as he touches the basketball, because we want to duplicate everything. When he picked the ball up, his hand placement on the ball, no matter what, should be there exactly at his set point. When he releases the ball, it should be like putting the key in the keyhole. And that's all we're focusing on right now. If you watch the net would dance to the back. That's his goal. The goal is get it where you understand your arc that you need on the ball, and that net should dance when you hit it. Now he's working on a little float dribble. He catch, float dribble, pull up. A lot of stuff that he would be doing, he would be coming off the curl, or he'll be coming off a pick. That's just basketball now. See, it doesn't matter. Age doesn't have shooting doesn't have an age on it. If he can get to a spot and let it go, he can let it go. If you look at his high release, and right now he's playing middle school. He's a shooting point guard, which makes it even better, because he can give the ball up to the other guard, and all he got to do now he can run the two guard position. Here he's shooting from the top of the key into the mid-range area. This is important, or the elbow, because when he come downhill, he always can stop at that elbow, that free throw line, and do that quick pull-up jumper. Now he's beginning to use the retreat dribble with it. Drift dribble, float dribble, retreat dribble, pull up. Drift dribble, coming back, pull up. This whole training series is just get him the way he understands it don't matter where he is. Within the circumference of that 3-point line, we can knock it down from any angle. Because we use the 3-point line as if it's a protractor. And his focus right now is looking at the goal. The goal is the centerpiece. So he can go anywhere within that protractor, and he understands what has to happen in order for the ball to go straight. So we're working with him now on deliberate definition of his inertia, which is his power, his mechanical reasoning, his thinking, his mental capacity of what he needs to do. He's not working on anything but his mechanics. So as we put people in front of him, when we start adding defenders, the defender doesn't even matter, because his ability to handle the ball is outstanding. Now we just want him to be able to pick the ball up and shoot it. Okay, one thing we understand is in basketball, the more dribbles you take, the less shots you make. The numbers speak for itself. If you go to NBA.com, it has a write-up about 70% of the shots made in the NBA are with 3 dribbles or less. And of those percentages, over half of those are made with catch and shoot. That's 1 dribble or a dunk. At the free throw line, very few people take more than 3 dribbles. That's all the point. The people that do a whole lot of dribbling, that's usually going to the basket. So, but as his game gets better and bigger, he'll be able to have it where he could just pull the ball from anywhere. And if you just look, these are all his made shots. Missed quite a few, but he averages about 60%. But you can see from this, we have a lot of little segments where he's hitting 7 and 8 in a row on the move or from deep. Right now he's at the college range. And none of these shots are repeated. As far as the video is concerned, we just took away different clips and we only using the clips of his makes. Because again, this video is for him. It's allow him the opportunity to look at this video and see himself in action. See, now it's just about confidence. And one thing we're teaching him now, he only shoots from the college range. Because in middle school, they're going to be playing defense at the high school 3-point line. Well, if he can shoot from the college 3-point line, that's an uncontested catch and shoot every single time. And as a guard, when the ball comes off of a rebound, he's already going to be standing in place. So our goal is just get him totally confident in knowing that, hey man, if you can get an uncontested 3 10 times a game, 6 of them should be knocked down. And that's just on his thinking. That's on his nerves. That's on his reaction. And that's the next phase of what we'll be working on. Because again, it's not physical with him anymore. It's all mental. Because if you look at his physical and his mechanical ability to put the ball in the rim, that's not a challenge for him. Now it's him being laser focused and understand that he owns the rim. Again, now he's shooting long range. And again, some people ask, what about him going downhill? Well, I taught downhill last, because those are just 1-foot shots. I call them 1-footers. Okay, he don't need me for those. He can do those on his own with a friend, because all I do is just show him the exercises like we did at the beginning of the video. You do this 100 times a day, then your reaction will be how to put the ball in that box. And basically that's it. Because you're going to get bigger, stronger, and faster, and you'll be above 6'2", 6'3". You'll be dunking the ball. So that 1 dribble or that 0 dribbles, that's what he'll be doing. Right now we're going to use it. We're doing the Trae Young drill. We got this from Trae Young. He go around the circumference of the 3-point line and just taking shots. All of the great shooters, I'm talking about, it's about 6 certified snipers in the NBA. Those are the ones that we studied. We studied, put at least about 500 hours into studying them for 3 years. And that's basically because it's important to understand who your athlete is and what he's able to do. And once you get the aha moment and you figure out how to make him click mentally, then he can do like what he's doing now. The goal is he's 13. By the time he's 14 and a half, his puberty would have been kicked in, and he'll take total ownership of his signature. One thing about DJ, he's very, what I call, nonchalant. He's even keel. He's not over emotional at games. He just loves playing. and he enjoys shooting the basketball. Right now we're going to do some free throws again. Watch the same format. 3 dribbles. Watch his hand. Sit. Release. 3 dribbles. Sit. Release. And that's what we do. He got to lock that in because he got to have that no matter what. Because people do a lot of things during a basketball game. Now, we'll do dribble pull-ups. And I'll kind of contest him a little bit and let him pick left or right. Pull up. We don't even want him to have to think when he get in this area. Because he can handle the ball. He come off a jab, pull left or right, knock the ball down. Get up in the air. He's able to go left or right. Because he work on this. The form is what's important. Then all we have to do now is we work on distance. Because the goal is to master the ability to get the ball to go straight. The next thing is all we're doing is distance. And the distance part is easy. Long or short, preferably long, but not left and right. DJ is easy to work with now. In a couple of months, I'll be ready to hand him over to a college trainer. Because the major part now is he can get the ball to go in the basket. Now they'll work with him on some of the nuances of how to move without the ball, what he needs to do, take it to another level. But as far as I'm concerned, we've already got the major part done. Right now he's working on float dribble. Coming down court, float dribble, pull up. Defense don't know what's going to happen when you just float dribbling coming down the court. We watch this a lot in the NBA. They float dribble. Next thing you know, they're able to pull up. Look at the arc on the ball. Look at his fluidity and his range of motion. Nothing is changing in his range of motion. It's almost effortless. And I can tell when he hit that sweet spot because his hands and his wrists immediately come down. Now we got him moving from left to right. Same pull up. Doesn't matter. Even if one of his trainers come in and shake his hand, it does not affect his mental capacity. He's ready. He's locked in. Now we're going to work on 3-point dribble handoffs. Because again, as a guard, the big man to come to the high post, set the pick for him. That top of the key 3-pointer, he should average about 6 of those a game. And I'm not over exaggerating. That ball in middle school is off the rim. Remember, most middle schools as a team miss 25 to 30 layups a game. And when they miss that layup, they usually throw the ball out on the perimeter. If he's standing at that top of the key and they know his 5 areas around the 3-point line, high school, and the 3 areas to the college line, he should be pulling that ball. Like right there, that was at the college range. What we want him to do is be able to pass the ball and look. Anytime the ball comes to him, he got to be ready, especially in that middle part. Right there, he should be able to just look at the rim and let it fly. Now he can do that from college range because that's his easiest shot. Meaning his best angle and his most effective when looking at the geometrical shapes because it's square. So right now we're all into math and geometry and using angles. So once you understand the angle when you get the ball, all you got to do is find a straight line to the rim. And that's what we're working on now. But we know him to understand what is his most comfortable areas of shooting. What's the most comfortable as far as you a right eye shooter? What's the most comfortable? What side of the rim? And then that you implement that into your team where they know where your spot is, where your sweet spot. Even though we know he has 14 spots he uses, he's narrowed them down to about 6. But this in the middle, and watching middle school games, that's wide open 50% of the time. So if he's able to step in there and let that ball fly, and now we're working a little bit off the ball, pass the ball on the wing. Usually when they passing the ball, the defense shifts and shuffle, and when they shuffle, your foot is already ready. You just pull, because that's the first thing the point guard is going to do. You're going to pass the ball to the wing going to pass to the corner going to pass it to the wing, and by the time he get that ball, his feet and hands are already set. Especially when you come down on the fast break. They come down on the fast break, he should already be sitting in his space. And for those quick hitters, he should be ready for them. Now we're just going to go to the basket. A give and go. Because they come out on him, they're going to have to come to the 3-point line. He passed, give and go. He got the easy layup. That 1-footer I caught. He get the ball, you rip to the basket, boom. By the time he get there, layup. Again, I don't call them layup, I call them 1-footers. Because see, a layup could be anything. When I say 1-footer to a young person, I tell them I'm not worried about your 3-pointers. I'm worried about those 8 1-footers you miss. That's 16 points. Now what we're doing is we're breaking it down in numbers. And because he's so efficient in layups, we'll let them know 2 layups a quarter is 16 points. You're going to average probably about 4 or 5 3-pointers a game. You'll be a 25-point, 30-point shooter. And you shoot 90% from the free throw line. But the key is going to be the layups. Because if he can automatically, as a guard, you're going to have the ball in his hand 60% of the time. I'm talking about 2 layups. 2 layups every quarter. That's it. That could be a fast break. It could be a backdoor cut. It could be you just taking someone off the dribble. I don't care. 2 layups every single quarter. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 4 is 16. That's 16 points a game on 1-footers. You go to the free throw line 6 times, you're going to hit 10 out of 12. That's 26 points. You're going to get about 6 or 7 catch and shoots in middle school. But we have to take care of the 1-footers and the free throws. If we get this mentality to him and he understands the value of it, because right now he's so proficient in shooting long ball, he can shoot that long ball. I've seen him hit 5 in one game. If you look at one of the videos that I showed you at the beginning, he hit 3 3-pointers within 2 minutes, and they were all off the dribble. So what about the other part of the game? We give him the focus like that, then he could be something special. Right now we going pick and pop to the corner, pick and roll at the top. He throw the ball to the big, he pops to the corner, and then he knocks down the jumper. It's really about him getting his feet set, getting to his spot, getting his feet set, learning how to read the pick and roll, get to the corner, and that's it. And the big will know that his shot is always going to be long. Very seldom his shot is short because of his arc on the ball. So instead of the big going up under the basket, he needs to be thinking that ball is going to spit out to that corner if he misses it. And we'll do another video of the misses, because that way he'll look and see where his ball is landing. And once we get him the aggression of how his ball is going to land, now he can be the first person to that ball and pick up that rebound. That's when we start focusing on triple doubles. Because right now he averages a double a game. He's always going to get his 10 points, and he loves to pass the ball. He's a pass first guard. But if you're looking at what he's doing now, he's just doing freestyle. I'm allowing him to do whatever you want to do. I'm going to just do the pick and roll. Turn your back to it, cut over, look over, get to the corner, knock the shot down. This is at a high level for 13. When we start adding defenders, the next video, you'll see the difference. Because I tell him, you're going to make less shots when you have a defender. But the key is going to be get in a position where it's uncontested. Get to your range where that defender has to come all the way out on you. Then you just pump fake 1-footer. So now he's learning the strategy of how to play chess with his defender. As for the pick and roll every time. I gave him an option. Option 1 on the pick and roll is for that big to go to the basket. Option 2 is for him to. Option 1 is for him to go to the basket. Option 2 is to get it to the big. Option 3 is going to be for him to knock it down in the corner. Because the pick should open him wide open. And his ball handling, he pretty much can take care of that. But what we do is we work with athletes. And we can work with your young athlete. And we can get him to a high, or her to a high level. All it takes is commitment from family, commitment from the player. Okay, a lot of the stuff that we do at the beginning, you don't necessarily need a gym. You just need a commitment. If you have a basketball goal at home, that's great. If you don't, I have other resources that you can use as one of my clients, where you'll understand what you need to do in order to get the cheat code. And that's the mechanics. The mechanics is the key. Feel, finger, form, follow through, finish. I'm going to say it again. Feel, finger, form, follow through, finish. Right now, he's getting ready for the next segment. We'll do some down court layup, 1-footers. He's just jumping. He can touch a 10-foot rim. He's excited about that. Being 5'6", able to touch the rim. And I already told him within another year, he'll be dunking the ball. And once he do that, then his manly ego will take over, and we'll be on a whole nother level. So the 1-footers now turning into 0-footers. Again, we're going to go to free throws. Watch the mechanics. 1, 2, 3. If you notice, he dribbles the ball the exact same way every single time. Watch his arms on his finish. Finger, form, feel, follow through, finish. See how they swing back? That's all a part of the motion. Feel, finger, form, follow through, finish. No matter what. You miss it, reset. I let him do that on purpose, only on free throws. Because a free throw, you got to be able to reset. Feel, finger, form, follow through. No matter what, still got to finish. It's all a part of it. See, I included those misses on free throws because that's a different mental mindset. That's the end of the game. It's all about confidence. The ability to not take 100 shots, but shoot the ball one time 100 times. Shoot one shot 100 times. That's the big difference. Now we'll be add a little cardio, and we'll be doing 1-footers. Again, this is only for him to see the ball going through the net. This is where most of his game is going to be made. Right here. I like that he missed the first one because that make him concentrate. Because remember I told you in middle school, what happens is the closer they get to the rim, the more they think they automatically got it. And that's what happens. So now I have him doing deliberate practice where he don't take his eyes off the basket till it comes through the net. Don't give it 99%, give it 100%. All the way through, all the way down the court, because that's basically how you're going to get the ball. It's the last two dribbles. The last dribbles, last two steps. Last two dribbles, last two steps. This just has to be muscle memory. Remember, I shared with him 2 of these per quarter. Doesn't matter, even if you lose the ball. It's all mental. Everything is mental at this point. And what I do here is I have to have him continue to do it over and over again. Because in a little bit, he'll be bigger, stronger, and faster, which means he'll be closer to the rim. But right now in middle school, his ball has a way to go. And one of the things that we teaching him now is to understand that what I'm doing is showing him how middle schoolers are missing layups. They hit the ball right up under the rim because they don't focus and concentrate the whole way through. What they do is they get to the rim, they take their eyes off the prize, and they miss it. Well, if they miss 6 layups in one game, that's 12 points. If the entire middle school team miss 24 layups, that's 48 points. They win the game on layups alone. I'm not talking about the ones who want to shoot the ball and shoot threes. That's fine. But just make the layups. Okay? We're still doing the same thing again. Now he's going a little bit faster. Now we got him going a little bit more of a game speed type at the end. He's just getting used to his body mechanics. This is all confidence. He hit a couple of these, he'll be ready to shoot from anywhere on the court. Because we share with him, the thing you want to do is get close to the basket first. Get that internal confidence in. Once you do that, everything else is good. Because some days you're going to be hot, some days you're not. But when you can go to the basket and hit that 1-footer, you should be hot shooting 1-footers every day. I teach him the only way you're cold shooting 1-footers is you're not really paying attention. But if you could just get confident shooting 1-footers, you're good. Because at the end of the day, you look up and you've hit, let's say if you're hitting 3 every quarter. You just happen to have a team you're playing against and y'all get a lot of fast break steals or what have you. And you're able to run the court and get in position. 3 of those a quarter. That's 24 points just on 1-footers. Okay, you see, when your athlete start breaking it down, numbers, they'll see they won't be a ball hog, they'll just be a scorer. Because they've broken down the game into bite-sized chunks. And some games they're going to be way ahead of their quota. But his quota is 2 layups every quarter. If he hits 5 in one quarter, that's fine. The other 3 quarters, he still has to hit 2 layups in those quarters if he's on the floor. Because that can come from a putback, that can come from a dribble handoff, it can come from any angle that he sees. His goal is to get to that basket. Now, we already know when he get his knockdown catch and shoots, those are going to be ready. Right now, we're doing long range passes. Okay, as a guard, he coming off the outlet, long range pass down court. Get him to look up court. There you go, one hand pass. He's running. Layup. See, we're doing a lot of simulation of games. Because when you look at a middle schooler throwing the ball up the court, that's when this gets stolen. So we're teaching him the inertia of how to do it. Now we're just doing some shots. You just want to take a last couple of shots, long shots. Again, this is young DJ. He's one of the certified snipers, one of the first to graduate this level in the Sniper Academy. We want to thank you, and please like and subscribe. You're welcome to comment below, request information, and we'll be more than happy to connect with you. Follow us on Instagram.